The Jamaica Weightlifting Federation is currently at loggerheads with the Jamaica Olympic Association for their support of a move to dissolve the current JWF executive body, led by President Dr. Mark Broomfield, over governance issues. Jermaine Brown reports.
When the Jamaica Weightlifting Federation was relaunched in January 2020, after being dormant for more than 20 years by President Dr. Mark Broomfield and supported by Jamaica Olympic Association President Christopher Samuda, not many foresaw a falling out years later between the leaders of both organizations. But fast forward 6 years later, and Dr. Broomfield is crying foul, claiming the JOA is supporting a move by some athletes and coaches to create a new executive, with the athletes and coaches citing governance issues, including no elections.
Amari Mears, Sonny Ellington, Jair Lyons and Jennifer Mays-Morgie, two coach, two athletes, that you are not members of the board and therefore you have no position. You are not, based on the constitution, you cannot cause any such meetings. Asked about questions about annual general meeting, I said to them, prior to having any general meeting, we have to be able to have all the financial statements. There's a cost for that and we have no money. We don't get any cash from SDF because of the same thing. We have to provide all the financial statements and we don't have cash for that. What we do, if we have a little bit of cash, we use it to send athletes to do something.
But in a written response to queries by TVJ Sports, Samuda said the apex body has merely intervened to build consensus and unite the factions. However, Dr. Broomfield says the JOA has been evasive even after they reached out to the regional and world governing bodies for clarity.
Then I went up by the office and I saw the CEO, Ryan Foster, and I said to him, I don't know what is happening. I'm trying to reach out to President Samuda, can't get any response. What is happening in the Federation? He said, listen to me, ask the IWF to write us directly. They shouldn't be writing you. So I said, all right, fine. So I wrote the IWF, copied JOA, indicating that the instruction is there to write the JOA directly to ask them to send this. The IWF sent the letter, copied us, no response.
But the JOA hit back, noting a meeting of stakeholders was held to address the matter and that no objections were raised. However, Dr. Broomfield says claims at the meeting that his executive was not duly elected were wrong and that evidence was provided.
And when we got to the meeting, we were told that even though we were appointed, we were not elected. After the meeting, we went back, we wrote again and provided evidence that in fact, under the instruction of President Samuda, after we were appointed, we had the meeting at the JOA. We sent in the minutes of the meeting indicating that in fact, the four of us did have an election, and we had sent the minutes of the meeting with the members who were elected to be members of the executive.
Dr. Broomfield added that another move was made to dissolve his executive at a follow-up stakeholders meeting.
So when we got to this meeting, we were told that the Jamaica Weightlifting Federation is incorporated as a limited liability company with shareholders, and because it has shareholders, it's against the principle of the Olympic movement. And as a result of that, he's going to dissolve us and then form a new federation. He's going to sit and decide with his team who are the persons who can run for office, who are the persons who are going to be nominated, who should vote.
But once again, Dr. Broomfield says evidence was provided to the contrary, including the JOA's involvement.
So after the meeting again, I met with my executive and I sent evidence to show that the Jamaica Weightlifting Federation was incorporated by President Samuda. I didn't know how to do it, so I asked him and his office to do it. And I have all the email correspondence, I've sent those to him with all the dates, that he in fact incorporated the Federation on our behalf. All I did was provided the cash.
The JOA in its response said the world governing body is aware and fully supports the process of ensuring that Jermaine Brown reporting for TVJ Sports.